Now we will try to understand about predictor. Predictors are something or are algorithms which helps us to predict an output. So basically the output can be any continuous output or classify something, yes or no. So these are certain level of predictors. So simple predictor machine, a predictor machine takes an input value from the surrounding or any input, and based on that input it makes the predictions. Okay, so it processes that input and it predicts the output. For example, a machine that converts an Indian currency to its equivalent dollar or something. So here the machine basically is a predictor where it will take rupee as an input and it will pass dollar as an output. So the predictor machine here, as we are talking about the rupee and dollar conversion part, so there will be a multiplication factor associated with this predictor. So we can see a linear relationship between the dollar and rupee conversion, where C is that constant. As you can see, rupee is equal to dollar into C. So as C is constant, so we plug random values for C and compare it with actual values. So $1 is equal to 63 rupees. To see the calculation, basically what we do is, if we take C is equal to 50, the error actually here is 63 minus 50, which is 13 error. So while making the guess of 1 rupee will be how much dollars or $1 will be how much rupees, we are making a mistake of 13 units due to the assumptions of the constant factor as 50. So the objective of our algorithm or the predictor is to remove or reduce this 13 units. We will try to reduce this 13 units so as to have or reach it towards 63. So 1 rupee is equal to dollar into 50. The calculated dollar value is going to be 50, but the actual dollar value is 63. So here the error is 13, and we are optimizing things in a way that we reduce this error. Now, if we do the same process is done for C is equal to 60. Now, we know that C is equal to 50 is wrong. So, we will change the value of C. We know that there is an error of 13. So, we will change the value of C randomly and increase it. So, if we are increasing it randomly and put it at C is equal to 60. So, in this case, 1 rupee is equal to dollar into 60. So, it comes around $60, and this $60 actually has to be $63, but here we are getting $60, which is closer to the observed value. So in this case, the error earlier, which was 13, is now reduced to 3. So this is how the simple prediction can be done over a machine, and this is how a predictor machine works. uh, Now we'll talk about going to the next level, where we know that there is a lag and still we are not up to the mark. There is an error of 3 units and we want to minimize this error and make a constant or a correct prediction. So what we will do is we will change C is equal to 70. So when we will do C is equal to 70, so rupee is equal to dollar into 70 and it is coming around 70, but in our case the actual value is going to be 63 for the conversion that we are calculating, and that is where we get an error of -7. Now here the error is reduced so much, like it is -7, it is way too below. Then we know that this -7 indicates that we are on the other side of the prediction, where we are making higher predictions. Now we are not making correct predictions. Yeah, it is higher predictions for the dollar value. So here also we see that we are not at up to the mark, and -7 basically tells us that yeah, we have crossed that particular boundary on which we are supposed to be, and that is where we now again change the value of C. So earlier the C value was 60 and the current C value was 70, and as this value is going to change, so it has to be somewhere between 60 and 70. So we will keep the C value as 63 right now, and if we do the prediction, and we can see that error value is going to be 0, because if C value is 63, so 1 rupee dollar is equal to the dollar value is equal to 63, and Actual dollar value is 63, therefore the error is equal to 0. So the model works fine and perfect for C is equal to 63. Here we can see that rupee dollar conversions are not up to the mark, which are wrong, but these are just hypothetical situation that we are considering, and that is why the value should not be considered in that serious way. But yeah, this is how what we are trying to predict. We are trying to predict that the value of the C value, which is a multiplier factor to predict something. So if you want to make a correct prediction of a value, the multiplier factor has to be optimized in a way that it reduces the wrong predictions or errors.